What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a card builder, a UFC card builder of UFC 2, I forgot. UFC 272 card builder. Starting with, this card doesn't have any fights on it, so I decided to create my own card for it. There's some faces that are shown, like Rafael Fiziev, you know this, and Conor McGregor, of course, right here. But who's he taking on? If this card goes actually real, this is one of the best layout cards of all time, and perfectly laid out. As I said, from this fight, like it matters. The order matters. I don't care if this card goes real. That will be legit, but it won't go real. There's no way. But I decided to create my own card for this, and I think it's pretty accurate. Some fighters on here are booked up. But if they do win their fight, I'm gonna go through them. If I'm gonna go through them each and every one, starting with the main event, starting to the early prelims. This is Nick Maximov, by the way. Just wanted to spoil that. But yeah, starting with the main event. Conor McGregor should be making a return against. I will say against, but first I think he should make a return, and this should be in March, by the way. I think he should come back because he's already walking. First off, I think he's training now. His injury was in July. I think he should come back in March. Don't wait around till April. Just come back a month early. He seems good. He's calling people out, calling Max Holloway out, Tony Ferguson out. I think he should take on. And this is not Nate Diaz. I don't want to see that fight. I think this is a perfect matchup. The press conference would be crazy. Tony Ferguson. Main event. I want them to have that main event. McGregor has headline main events before against Dustin Poirier, Nate Diaz, all those good. Cerrone, Dalton Cowboy Cerrone. I think he's the only fighter to headline a main event without a title on the line. So let's just do this. Conor McGregor versus Tony Ferguson. I think McGregor would KO him in round 1. I think he would. His chin's gonna degrade from that Gaethje fight, and McGregor won't grapple, but I think he'd probably beat Ferguson at this point. It's a good matchup. Storylines there. Conor McGregor, in my opinion, should take on Tony Ferguson in this main event, UFC 272. Moving on, and this whole main card is probably one of the best main cards you will see. Moving on. Now, before I go into this fight, move this guy up more. It'll make sense. It won't make sense because these guys are fighting, but a part of it, in my opinion, Nate Diaz. Now, what I'm about to show you is going to be very cool. I like the matchup with him in UK. I really do. I think it's an awesome matchup. But Nate Diaz says he wants to get one more in before he's gone, and one more fight on his contract. So take on a fight that he could win, and avenge your brother against Robbie Lawler. Seriously, if you look at these fights, if you look at this, Lawler just fought Nick Diaz. Won because Lawler dropped him. Diaz was like, I'm done. I quit. Taking my money. Gone. Done. So Nate Diaz almost knocked out Leon Edwards in his last fight. Got dominated the whole time till that last minute of the 5th round. But man, it's a winnable matchup for Nate, and he should take that matchup. Lawler, they're both getting older. Storylines there. I think they should do this matchup next. Lawler can actually win too, because if he does win, I did this for my brother. I avenged that a loss. My brother got to Robbie Lawler. I got the win. I did it for him. But Lawler, if he wins, 2 wins in a row over the Diaz brothers, could do that. But yeah, I think that's what they should do. 5 rounds, by the way, I think they should do it for. But it's a good matchup. I think they should do that next. I don't think Diaz should take on Luke or McGregor or Tony Ferguson. I think he should focus on Robbie Lawler. That's what I think they should do. 5 rounds. And this goes 5 rounds, of course, but this usually should be 3 rounds. 5 rounds. Make this 5 rounds. Diaz wanted a 5-rounder against Leon Edwards, which was supposed to be a 3-rounder. And Lawler and Dick Diaz, wanted 5 rounds also. So do this for 5 rounds. Moving on to the featured fight of the card. Now, this is actually a fight that probably could make, and I think it's an actual good matchup. And I think it's a feature fight worthy of the card. People really know who these guys are. This guy just fought last weekend at UFC 267. So I think he didn't take much damage. And this guy. Okay, this is what I think it is. In the feature fight, I know you're not. You're gonna say but like, this is a very good matchup. Okay. Magomed Ankalaev. As we know, coming off a win over Volkan Ozdemir, didn't take much damage. I thought he won every round slightly. Maybe one of the rounds can go to Ozdemir, but Magomed Ankalaev, if he gets 1 more, 2 more maybe, and if he gets this guy's name on his resume, he can boost his name even more. Magomed Ankalaev, he's probably gonna get a title shot. He's very good. And this guy just made his light heavyweight debut against Marvin Vettori. Paulo Costa. Let's do it. Oh shoot. Oh no. Shoot, I thought I spoiled it there, but I'm about to. This fight's huge. Paulo Costa. Let's do it. Why not though? And guys, I just want to just interrupt here. This video is so hard to make. If you guys get this video to 20 likes, I'll do another one for like UFC 273, 74, I don't know. 20 likes though. It took like an hour to do, but gotta get the photos, But yeah, man. Paulo Costa said Dana White and him said or something. I think Dana White said he should fight at light heavyweight now since he went to a close decision with Marvin Vettori. Not close. Vettori won pretty clearly, 4 rounds to 1. Including except if I know there was a point deduction, but he was gonna lose that anyways, in my opinion. It was close, but Vettori edged it. And I think Costa should take on like Ankalaev. It's a good matchup. He could win it. Looked really good against Marvin Vettori. Vettori's pretty good though. And if Paulo Costa wins, he'll be like around number 6, number 5. And if he gets and he could be in for a title shot. I don't know what to say. That's why it's so silent. Oh my god. But yeah, I think Magomed Ankalaev would beat Paulo Costa. Actually, I don't even know. I need to think about that more. Costa looked really good against Vettori, man. And that was one of the best Costas we've ever seen. But I think they should do this fight in the feature fight of the card. It's worthy enough, in my opinion. Magomed Ankalaev versus Paulo Costa in March. Let's do it. For 3 rounds. 3-rounder. But yeah, it's a good matchup. Paulo Costa wins. He can beat like a kind of a Dagestani fighter and say something there. If Magomed Ankalaev wins, he's going to be 1 fight away, or maybe this fight can get him the title shot against whoever's champion by then. Maybe it might be Glover Teixeira, since he's the current UFC champion. But yeah, do this fight. Moving on to the second fight opener of the main card. Okay, this man just fought last weekend also. Khamzat Chimaev should be on the main card and get a huge jump up against, and by the arm, you might guess it if you're hardcore, but if you're casual, you might not even know. Gilbert Burns. And now, I'm going to explain stuff here. I think Khamzat Chimaev would win. many ways more than Burns. I don't see Burns KOing Chimaev. Chimaev looks like he doesn't have a chin, people say, blah, blah, blah. He actually basically baptized Li Jingliang in that octagon. That poor Asian guy. He baptized him. Gilbert Burns is the only way, in my opinion, to win. I don't think he wins at all. Maybe it's the jiu-jitsu. People can say, oh, BJJ. Chimaev is big, man. He's a middleweight, basically. I think he would beat Usman. I think he would destroy everyone. He said in his interview, I'm going to kill everyone. Ah! I think he would. I think this man's a monster. Maybe one day he can go for like a triple champ. Screw Henry Cejudo, bro. You won a medal, I understand, but you got 2 belts. How about 3 UFC belts on the line? Not just 2 belts, 1 medal. Like, come on, bro. Like a 2008 medal. Don't just Chimaev, in my opinion, could be. I think he'd beat Adesanya, right? I think he'd beat Adesanya. I think he would beat Usman, and I think I don't want to jinx it, but could beat Teixeira if Teixeira's older. But I'm not gonna jinx. I'm doing it too far. I think you'd easily beat Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is good, but he just always gets rocked in his fights. He's really chinny. He doesn't have the he's not chinny, but doesn't have the best of chins, in my opinion. Got KO'd by jab by Kamaru Usman. Got really badly dropped with a spinning kick against Stephen Thompson. Won 2 rounds to 1, but still got dropped. I know he dropped to Usman in their fight, but it's just the speed, in my opinion, not the power of Burns. And people are gonna say, "Oh, Burns with the BJJ." I just think Chimaev would hold him. He's like a middleweight. Burns is a former lightweight. I think Chimaev would beat Gilbert Burns. I think he'd be way bigger than him at the face-offs. I think he'd be way bigger than him. I think they should do this fight next. Burns. I think this is what they're gonna do. Neil Magny said he wants to fight. Just like I don't know, like yesterday. I dare him, because Neil Magny was kind of rumored to take on Daniel Rodriguez or something like that. I think you should take on Bilal Muhammad while you can. He's like, I dare Hamzat to come in for December 18th. Magny would get absolutely wrecked by Hamzat Chimaev. Neil Magny went to a competitive, not competitive, but he got a win over Li Jingliang also. He didn't finish him. Lee had moments in that fight on the feet. And did Magny at all in some moment of the fight put Li Jingliang out cold? Did he? No, he didn't. Oh, what the hell's in my mouth? Oh, what the hell? But yeah. I think Hamza Chimaev would beat Gilbert Burns, being way bigger than him. There's no way. Oh, Burns said BJJ. He didn't even. Of course, I think Chimaev would just half guard him, right? And just beat him with like big elbows, and Burns would go out cold. Would he? Or big shots. I think Chimaev would win. I think he'd probably get KO on Burns also. Burns is just chinny, bro. Got KO'd by Dan Hooker. And yeah, I think Chimaev would win there. It's a good matchup though. They should do that definitely on this card. This would be a dream card if it goes the right way, and if it just happens and then it goes the right way. Moving on to the fight that should kick off the main card. And also, never mind. I didn't even know what I was saying. Sean O'Malley should be on another McGregor card, in my opinion. He is taking on Raulian Paiva, but if he does beat Raulian Paiva, which I think he will, I think he should get somebody, and I know this guy is coming off, he's on a massive losing streak. I understand, it's not Rafael Sunsao, if you're wondering. It's a guy that Sunsao and him have had history with. And he just lost to Merab Dvalishvili. Marlon Moraes. I think O'Malley would win. I don't even want to give predictions out. I just want to say why. It's a good matchup. I think I think it's an awesome matchup. I think they should kick this off the main card. People kind of know who Marlon Moraes is, since he fought Henry Cejudo and was on this on this knockout run. But recently, man, just not doing good. Even if it's a win or not, even if it's a win or lose for Marlon Moraes, he can still end off with Sugar Sean O'Malley of his career. Because if he didn't have the power right now to call anyone out. He's on a bit of a losing streak. Just recently lost to Merab Dvalishvili. Almost won, but he still lost. Before that, lost to Rob Font. Before that, lost to Corey Sandhagen. Before that, I think he won against Jose Aldo, but he arguably could have lost that fight. I thought he lost that fight. It was closer than people. I thought it was close. I thought it was closer than people think, but I still think Aldo should have just edged it. And before that, just got destroyed by Henry Cejudo. Cejudo kind of screwed him over, in my opinion. But yeah, I think O'Malley would probably chin him at this point. It's a good matchup to kick off the main card of this card. And look at this main card, bro. What is that? Look at this main card. Seriously, look at this main card and just tell yourself, this is a 10 out of 10. Really, this is a 10 out of 10. Matchups like Ankalaev Costa, Burns Chimaev, O'Malley Moraes, Lawler Diaz, McGregor Ferguson, like that, all of them naming, not even just like one usually. But look at that main card. I love that main card. Start and headlining the prelims. My opinion should be, if you already know, Rafael Fiziev, in my opinion, should take on. And I know. Fiziev has a matchup coming up against Brad Riddell. I don't think he'll win against Brad Riddell. I don't even mind a draw in that fight. Him getting the first 2 rounds and Brad Riddell getting the 10 in the third. I don't mind that. But if he does, I think if he wins even or loses, I don't even care. If he wins against Brad Riddell or even loses, Fiziev. I'm gonna say his opponent's name. His opponent is Diego Ferreira. Seriously. Okay, let's just put it here. Diego Ferreira is up in the rankings right now. Let me go to UFC rankings. Let's just go to it. The lightweight rankings. He's up in there in the rankings, above Brad Riddell. He's at number 11. Fiziev's at 14. So if Fiziev loses to Brad Riddell, they can still probably do that fight since Ferreira's coming off a loss. And Brad Riddell will probably be around right under Conor McGregor, right above Gregor Gillespie. He could take on Diego Ferreira if he loses, because loser versus loser. If Rafael Fiziev wins, he can be right here and probably take your time, take on Diego Ferreira. He's above you in the rankings, coming off a loss. So either way, he could get that fight, and I think he will lose that fight. So I think he'll lose to Brad Riddell. I don't mind a draw though, but I think right now, if anyone wins, I think Brad Riddell will beat Rafael Fiziev. So I think they should, and then it'll be taking some time off from there because he will take a bit of damage against Brad Riddell. Anyone will, but it's Brad Riddell. But yeah, I think he'll take some time off, fight back in March against Diego Ferreira, headlining the prelims, and it will look good. But if he even wins, he can take on Diego Ferreira. I don't care. Good matchup, headlining the prelims. People kind of know who Diego Ferreira is. People definitely know who Rafael Fiziev is. And Diego Ferreira's kind of a bigger name than Bobby Green, I reckon, right? Right? Is he? I don't know. But yeah, do this headlining the prelims. Rafael Fiziev versus Diego Ferreira. Moving on to Tom Aspinall, in my opinion, should take on, you already know, basically. I'm gonna make him smaller there. Should take on Blagoy Ivanov. He called him out after that win against Sergey Spivak. I think that he should take his time, take on Blagoy Ivanov. Ivanov doesn't even have an opponent right now. So I think this is perfect. Do this matchup in March. They might do it earlier. I'm worried they will, but just do it here on the prelims. Get Tom Aspinall fighting his fight on a pay-per-view card, because he keeps fighting on fight nights. Or did he? He fought somebody. He fought Spivak. He fought Jake Collier first off. Then he fought somebody. Alan Badeau? I swear he fought somebody. I don't know. He fought Alan Badeau. Then he fought somebody. Then Spivak. I don't even know. He fought one of those. He fought all of those guys, but I forgot order. Do this matchup. Tom Aspinall, Blagoy Ivanov. Perfect. Oh, he fought Arlovsky. That's right. He fought Arlovsky. But do this matchup. He said he called out Blagoy Ivanov. Ivanov should take a little, just try to take a little bit of some hype from Tom Aspinall. And it's a good matchup. And Ivanov arguably could have won his last two fights against Sakai and Lewis. I thought he won both of those fights. I thought he got brutally robbed. He arguably could be on a winning streak right now. Aspinall versus Ivanov. And it's a little bit of a test for Aspinall as well. I think he'd win it by TKO or probably decision. Ivanov took shots off freaking Lewis. So, I might say decision there. Aspinall versus Ivanov. Make it happen. Moving on to... Oh, I know this one. I'm rethinking now. Actually, let's start with him because you can already basically see him. Sadiq Yusuf. In my opinion, should take on by the man by the name of so hard to control. Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell. I think they should do this fight. It makes a lot of sense in my opinion. UFC rankings. Let's just go there again. It makes a bit of sense. Everyone's basically booked up right now. Volkanovski, unless he takes on Zabit or Zabit Magomedsharipov or Henry Cejudo, or just waits for the Holloway Rodriguez winner. He's there, but none of these guys will get a title shot right now. There's no way. Holloway Rodriguez is booked up. Brian Ortega is healing right now. Korean Zombie should take on Arnold Allen. I think they should book that one. Cater's taking on Chikadze. Emmett's taking on Ige. Barbosa, you can maybe do Mitchell Barbosa or Yusuf Barbosa, but why do Mitchell versus Yusuf? Evloev is taking on not Burgos. What is he gonna? Movsar Evloev is taking on Ilya Tapiria. Shane Burgos is taking on Billy Quarantillo this weekend. I did a prediction. Full card prediction. Go check it out. And Alexis Harris, in my opinion, should take on Laurel Murphy. But yeah, I'm worried they're gonna do Caceres versus Barbosa. Somehow Caceres just wins. But I think this is the perfect matchup they should make on the prelims. Sadiq Yusuf versus Bryce Mitchell, and Yusuf and both guys can finally come back because both guys I think got injured. I don't even know if Yusuf got injured, but Bryce Mitchell I know got injured. So I think they should do it. Bryce Mitchell versus Sadiq Yusuf. It's a good fight on the prelims. And yeah, the winner, and Sadiq Yusuf coming off a loss to Arnold Allen. But he looked actually pretty decent in that one. Lost, but he looked okay. Not fight. And Bryce Mitchell coming off a win over Andre Fili. I don't get how these guys are ranked. Both of you guys beat Andre Fili, and Andre Fili wasn't even ranked before, was he? Not anytime soon. Not even last year. And both of these guys are in the rankings. 11 Mitchell and 12 Yusuf. Evloev got ranked because Sang-Woo Choi was a good win. And he beat Hakeem Dawodu. Whatever. But I think they should do it next. Bryce Mitchell, Sadiq Yusuf. Mitchell said he might turn around. He has a bit of some news for, so maybe not this late, but I think they should do it on this card. Bryce Mitchell versus Sadiq Yusuf. I think they should do it. Moving on to Daniel Rodriguez versus, and guys, I created this myself. I think they should do this exactly. Daniel Rodriguez, and I created this full card UFC 2 UFC what UFC 272 full card builder. Daniel Rodriguez, in my opinion, he's number 14 right now. And number 15 is a guy by the names of Muslim Salikov. In my opinion, is at number 15. Number 14 is currently D-Rod. I think they should do this matchup. Why not? It's a good matchup. I just make it. They're not making everyone. This is just annoying. Just fight each other, for God's sakes. Covington's taking on Usman. Edwards is taking on Masvidal. What? They're tied, but whatever. Masvidal, and Edwards are fighting. Burns should fight Khamzat Chimaev, in my opinion. That's not ranked yet. Tomorrow he better be ranked. Luke K, in my opinion, should take on Stephen Thompson. Oh my god! Yeah. Nothing. That's just Thompson had some news. Take on Vicente. Stephen Thompson should take on Vicente Luke in a rematch. Chiesa's taking on Sean Brady. Masvidal's taking on Edwards, if you know. Magny should take on Bilal Muhammad. And Jeff Neal's taking on Ponzi. Li Jingliang should take some time off. He just lost to Khamzat Chimaev, got murdered. And T-Rod and Salikov are the only guys that's not ranked. I know Michelle Pereira wants a ranked opponent. He needs to wait and see what the division's like around the top 10, at least top 12, at least Ponzi in here. See what everything's like. But yeah, maybe Salikov Pereira, D-Rod Pereira, but just do these guys. Daniel Rodriguez, versus Muslim Salikov. Do that matchup. It's winnable for D-Rod as well. And yeah, let's do that matchup. To kick off the prelims. Let's do it. Good matchup. But why not just do it though? Let's go. I think they should do this matchup. Moving on to the headliner of the prelims, of the early prelims fight pass, which should be, in my opinion, Matt Brown. And I know he's on the early prelims, but it's just this card's really good. You have to put this on the early prelims. Versus, and I know Matt Brown's taking on Brian Barberena. I understand. But this is just a smart matchup, in my opinion. I was about to say his name. He's taking on Brian Barberena, Matt Brown. I think he will beat Brian Barberena. And after that, I think he should turn around in March to fight Alex, the Great White Morono. I think that's what they should do. It's a good matchup. Morono, young guy. I don't even know if he's young guy. He's younger than Matt Brown. That's all I know. Versus the old legend, Matt Brown. That's what they should do. Good matchup. I don't even mind Brown's chances. I would go for Morono though. Better at this point. Beat Donald Cerrone, and Matt Brown got flatlined by Cerrone. I know it's different, Cerrone. It's not. I know MMA. I know MMA math doesn't work like that, but come on. I think Morono would probably win. He's really technical with that right hand, big right, tight right. I can't even speak. He's really technical with that big tight right hand. He does. We saw that against David Zawada. Yeah, and I think they should do this matchup if Brown does defeat Brian Barberena, which I think he will by KO. But yeah, I think they should do it. It's a good matchup. Yeah. Moving on to another fight on the prelims, which should be a girls matchup, and there should be only one girls matchup on this card. I'm sorry. Casey O'Neill. So she has fight news coming, and this girl's not booked at all right now, and everyone basically is booked booked. Roxanne Ramada Ferry, in my opinion, should be her opponent. And again, this is a good matchup for Casey O'Neill. I'm worried they're gonna do her versus Manon Fiora. Manon Fiora. Why can I say that girl's name? Manon Fiora. Fiora. Manon Fiora versus. I'm worried they're gonna do her versus Manon Fiora because you're constantly at two contenders. Casey O'Neill, in my opinion, should take on Roxanne Modafferi. She'd win it, in my opinion. Modafferi's not gonna derail another hype train. She did it to Macy Barber. Don't do it to freaking Casey O'Neill. But yeah, moving on. It's a good matchup for O'Neill. I think she would out-grapple her. Since Modafferi just got out-grappled technically and just outstruck by Viviane Araujo and Talia Santos. And O'Neill's around those levels, and I think she'd win it with her grappling. Moving on, William Knight. Nightmare Knight versus, and if you know now, Alonzo Menifield. Now, let me talk real quick. It's an awesome matchup. They were supposed to fight before, twice. I think they should do it again. I was originally going to put Alonzo Menifield. I didn't even think of William Knight. I just hit him, and I put him to the side for a bit. And I think they should do this matchup. I was planning on doing Alonzo Menifield versus Dustin Jacoby. Winner gets number 15 of Ian Gutilaba is there. But Jacoby just signed a fight for UFC 268. I just made my predictions, and now I'm gonna predict this one real quick. You just signed a fight at UFC 268. Alexa Kamur just fell out against John Allen. Jacoby's in. I'm gonna go for Dustin Jacoby here. I'm going first round KO. Why not? I think he will win against John Allen. I know this is a different subject right now, but I think he will win against John Allen. Just let me predict this real quick. I think it's a good matchup for Jacoby. John Allen's not really that great. Jacoby's very good. KO Darren Stewart. Went to a draw with Ian Gutilaba. Let's see what Gutilaba just did to Devin Clark. Seriously. I'm going to go with Jacoby here. First round TKO. One to a big right hand. John Allen's out cold. That's it. Just wanted to put a little prediction there. I wish they should have did that, but I think they should. William Knight coming off a good win over Fabio Cherant. That Menifield has a win over as well. And just do this matchup. Menifield coming off a win over Ed Herman. Look good there. Let's just do this. William Knight versus Alonzo Menifield. And yeah, it's a good matchup. There's storyline, but it's a little bit of storyline there because they were supposed to fight before. But yeah, moving on up the card. Actually, not up the card. Down the card to the first fight to kick off the card. Nick Maximov on the same card as Nate Diaz. And I think he should take on Alessio Di Chirico. Why not? Actually, why not though? It's a good matchup. Actually, pretty decent matchup there. I'd probably go for. I actually don't mind Chirico's chances. Probably Maximov will probably beat him though. But yeah, this is the whole card. Look at this card. Early prelims is not the best, but they're actually pretty good for what they are. Good scraps like William Knight, Alonzo Menifield, Maximov Di Chirico, O'Neill, Modafferi, and not really. Who cares there? Brown Morono is a good scrap. The prelims are just getting. This is okay mode. Okay. Good. God. This main card. Look at this card though. 14 fights. Wait, is there 14 fights? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What is there? 9. Wait. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there's 13 fights. Whatever. Yeah. Look at this card though. You look at this card. You know how many pay-per-views this would sell? Let's just guess. You have McGregor, Diaz, Ferguson, Lawler, Ankalaev doesn't sell that much. Costa's on there though. Burns, Chimaev, Moraes, O'Malley. That will sell over 1 million, I reckon. Right? The prelims are actually pretty good. People kind of know who Fiziev is. Rest of them, But yeah, just look at that. Browns on the early prelims. Get this fight. This card would get over $1 million, I reckon. At least 800K. At least. McGregor's on there, so no one's ever better than this man right here. Conor McGregor. This man. No one's ever going to be better than this guy. I don't care what you say. He takes over everything. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the video. But man, get this video at least over 1,000 views. This can go viral. I made this so hard. This was so hard to make. Please help me. And if this video gets 20 likes, I'll do a part 2 for UFC 273, 74. We'll see by then. I was gonna do Sonya Whitaker a card builder, but I was like, nah, I don't want to. There's already fights on there. Didn't want to. But yeah, this is the full card builder. This is UFC 272 card builder. Hope you like it. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna edit my thumbnail. Peace out, guys. Woo! Peace.